Hello, and welcome to the 12th edition of the Meyer Musings. Today is December 13th, 2015. This week we have a staff meeting. It's at 8 o'clock in the Media Center. We'll start off with Chris Chineri talking about the relicensure. And then we're going to talk about Ole's Tech Team NTL decisions. And that's going to be presented by Carol Jernberg, Jenny Dixon, and myself. We wanted to give you an update on what's going to be coming down the pike this coming year, getting ready for NTL of next year. PLC sit-ins took place last week. I saw lots of teaming. One of the things that stuck out in my mind is I would love to see each team set aside 10 minutes to look at student work each time you meet. I think the more and more I'm reading about professional development of teachers, that is one of the most powerful tools is to work on reviewing student work together. Also, my leave, we're having some issues here. In the past, Lori was monitoring that, and now the district has changed the procedures, and now I'm doing that. And I'm finding that we have a lot of people that are not sure on what to do, and I want to make it clear so that I don't have to hunt down people to say, please get this in, because it takes a lot of time and effort. So here we go. 3-day notice for the following: district approved leave, earned personal leave, professional development. In other words, before you go on that, you need to have a 3-day notice. There's a 24-hour notice if you're sick, doctor's appointments, and all professional leaves. Please fill out a professional leave absent request form. That's the paper form for Lori. If you're going on a child activity, please write the child's name, grade level in the comment section of request. Also in management, this is a schedule of our crosswalk. Please communicate with your team. We've had some people not show up. I don't think it's people deliberately trying to avoid work. I just think people are getting caught up. It's very important that we have you out there. I want to thank those of you who helped out in absence of teams that didn't show up. Walkies, you need to bring them outside. And when you go outside, please contact the office when you leave for recess. What's happening is we have people that are not telling them where they're at, that you're leaving, and we have parents that need to pick up for a doctor's appointment and we can't find the child. So please bring your walkies out and let us know in the office when you're leaving. In instruction, I was reading an article called 3 Lessons for Teachers from Grant Wiggins by J. McTighe, an ASCD in service. And Grant Wiggins had passed away, and Jay McTighe was, those two worked very close together, and they're well known. Always keep the end in mind. Makes sense, but it's sometimes we lose that. Feedback is the key to successful learning and performance. Sometimes it's a thumbs up, sometimes it's a whiteboard, sometimes it's a nod of the head, sometimes it's written form. And lastly, remember what it's like to be a learner. These are pretty basic things, but in our busy lives and busy teaching, we sometimes lose sight of some of these things. Also instruction, I want to talk about a best practice called scaffold learning. This is a picture of Jill Wilsey with her first graders, and she's talking about retelling of a story with key details. She did a scaffolding with a first, then, next, after that, and last, and she had the kids put those in order that they thought would make sense. Then she gave them sentence, little prompts, as you can see with the pointer, and then this is the process of making a snowman. She then had them write them first, second, third, fourth. Thought it was a great example of what scaffold learning is. So if you're ever looking to figure a way how to scaffold some of your struggling learners, you may want to talk to your ESL teachers. They both are doing a very nice job in this practice. Nice job, Jill. In learning supports, there's a thing called the Sheridan story. I found out about this last week. It's a faith community pairs with a school. It's set up through the district. The faith, we provide families with food for the weekend. The faith community packs bags based on what we tell them with families that are needing food for the weekend. Then teachers place the food in the backpacks. There'll be more information to come, but it's a very exciting thing that can help some of our families in need. As far as learning supports updates, this is from Jenny Daravengas. Family engagement and Office of Education Equity will be combined now. They were two separate entities before. Social emotional learning standards for all students we're starting to focus on that. Recognizing, yes, academics are why we come to school, but also it's so important that students learn about how to handle their social piece and the emotional piece of learning. Summer school, the focus is designed to avoid regression versus remediate. We're not trying to fix them, we're trying to help them not lose what they've learned. PBRS training is going to take place for bus drivers to try to get them on the same page. And like I said, Jenny will send out an email with her notes more specific. Those are just some highlights. Music at recess. Not sure if you've heard about this. Missy went to a training through the district on best practices at recess, and they said one way to get kids moving is through music. Well, we tried it. Students loved it. We tried music at lunch. Not so good. I know that some of the folks in the special ed department weren't too happy, but we had to try. Appreciate people being flexible. But in the end, the music has been a hit at recess, and thanks to Missy and the crew for getting that set up. Well, that's it for this week.